babe, welcome back. How did the interview go? It did not go great. They said that they will get back to me. Sorry, just stay positive. Another one will come. As Dara and her husband they do hugs. Dara wakes up from bed and finds out that her husband was not there. She then finds himself lost in thought in the sitting room. Honey, why you not sleeping? Like I told you earlier, relax. God is in control. You will find another job soon. Nedu replies, how, babe? How soon? I have bills to pay. Dara smiles and assures her husband that she will pay the bills till he finds another job to sustain them. They hold hands and go upstairs to their room. Nedu is seen in the lounge discussing with his bosom friend, Chuma. He explains how difficult life has been for him since he lost his job, but his wife Dara has been his support, having his back. He starts thanking Chuma that it was through him that he met his wife, who has been his rock. Chuma assures him that he should worry less, that in no distant time he will get another job. As Nedu was watching TV in the room, his mother-in-law walks in without knocking on the door. He stands up to greet her. Good morning, Mama. But you didn't inform us that you were coming. Mama then scolded him. My friend, carry my bag and stop asking me stupid questions. Hurry up with my bag lest I forget. So your wife is out there working, making money, whereas you are here sitting down with your legs crossed watching TV and drinking juice. You don't have shame at all, oh, useless man. You're not a real man. I don't know what my daughter saw in you and decided to marry you. So you mean you will sit at home while my daughter will go and buy food for you to eat? My friend, go out and look for a job. Be a man and not a houseboy. Then he takes his juice and walks away. When Dara returns from work, she is in shock to see her mother. Mama, what are you doing here? You didn't tell me over the phone that you were coming upon we spoke this morning. Mama, I don't like this, oh. Your August visit, oh. My husband will not like and he will not be happy. Mama then tells her, shut up. So I have to call you to take permission from you before coming to your house. Am I not your mother? Don't forget, I carried you for 9 good months in this my stomach. As for that man you call your husband, is he supposed to be called a man? If you had married Akin as I told you, you will not have to be working. He will take good care of you. At least by now, I will have my own car that will make other women jealous in the village. But you see us now. Can this your jobless husband ever provide food for us? Talk more of buying me a car. Dara leaves Mama and goes to her room to meet her husband. She apologizes to him for how Mama must have talked down on him. Nedu then hold her hands and kiss her, saying, it's just that most time it gets to me. I don't like this. By the way, when is she leaving? The next morning, Mama walks into their matrimonial bed and finds him fast asleep. She then gets a cup of water and pours it on him. Useless man, will you wake up? Your mates are there looking for work and how to feed their family. And you are here sleeping like a dog. That same afternoon, he received a call that tells him that he did not get the job he was looking for. He let out a scream. Why? Then the scream attracts Mama, who rushed upstairs, asking him to stop disturbing the neighborhood, that poor people are not allowed to make noise. Out of frustration, he goes to the bar down the street. As he was about leaving, he meets up with a beautiful lady who recognizes him as his ex-boyfriend. They hugged and chatted and exchanged contacts. Days later, Dara walks in on Mama talking down on her husband. She tells her to pack her things and leave her house, that she will not watch her talk down and insult her man. Mama is seen carrying her bag and leaving the house. Nidu gets a call that offers him a job. In excitement, he screams aloud, wow! His wife rushes over to hear the good news. Then he decided to take his wife out on a dinner date and appreciate her for holding down the fort when things were rough for him. He promises to take good care of her. Then she equally shares the good news that she was pregnant. They were overjoyed and happy. Nedu is seen hanging out with his ex Nancy. They both reminisce over the past, the university days, how things were good between them. Nancy says she misses those good old days, that she wishes she could turn back the hands of time. Juma walks in on them and they all greet. He's surprised to see them together. He wants his friend Nedu to be wary of Nancy, that he should not fall in love with her, that he should remember that he is now a married man. When Nedu and Dara were having lunch together, Dara tells her husband that she will be out of town for 7 days on a work trip, that he should take care of himself and not miss her too much. Nedu was not happy that it will affect him, that how could he cope without his baby for a week. He was going to be really, really lonely for him. Dara assures him that he will be fine, it's just a week. Nancy calls up Nedu in the middle of the night to her place, that she was robbed and she cannot stay in there alone, that she was scared. He rushes over to help her out. He wanted to take her to a nearby hotel, but Nancy insisted that he should take her home, that she cannot stay alone, not now that she's scared. Nedu, as
The
a
next
gentleman,
morning, she was still fast asleep when he left for work. On returning home, he meets a well cooked meal prepared by Nancy, who was wearing excessive clothes. She offers that he sits and eat dinner, which he did. Later, they have a drink together. When he excused himself to use the restroom, she puts a substance in his drink. After he takes one or two sips, he starts feeling dizzy. She takes him to her room, only for Nidu to wake up the next day and finds himself naked on bed with Nancy. He was upset and asks what he was doing here. Nancy smiles and tells him how great he was in that the sex she enjoyed every moment that they had. That has been a while a man made her feel like a woman. In anger, Nidu chases her out of his house. In regret, he had to call up his friend Chuma to tell him what has happened, how he messed up by cheating on his wife with his ex, Nancy. Chuma chides him that he warned him to stay clear from that girl, that she was no good to him. But the deed has been done, that he should let sleeping dog lie. Days later, Dara returns from her trip, but she notices that her husband was sort of avoiding her. She asks if there was a problem, but he denies that nothing was a problem. Nancy calls up Nidu and tells him that she was pregnant for him. Nidu is in shock and asks her to terminate the pregnancy, that he cannot marry her for anything in this world, that it was a mistake. Nancy threatens to expose him to his wife if he does not divorce his wife for her. There's a knock on the door. Nancy appears and tells his wife that she's Nidu's cousin, that she was in town for some business meeting. With joy, Dara welcomes her and asks her to stay with them instead of a hotel, since she's family. When Nidu returns, he's in shock to see Nancy in his house. Dara tells him, "Babe, why did you tell me that your cousin was in town?" "Well, she'll be staying with us for the meantime." When his wife has gone to work, Nancy sneaks up to him in bed, caressing him on the head. When he opens his eyes to see his wife, he was shocked to see Nancy in their room. He starts shouting, "What's the meaning of this? What are you doing here? Do you want my wife to find out about us? What if she walks in on us?" He then walks her out. That same evening, when his wife was in the kitchen cooking and he was in the room doing some work on his laptop, Nancy comes in and kisses him. He turns to see Nancy, who starts professing how much she loves him, that he has 1 month to tell his wife about them, else she will expose him to his wife. As she was revealing her secret, Dara walks in on them. In anger and disappointment, she packs her bags and leaves the house for them. Nedu tries to beg and apologize, but Dara will not listen. Later that day, Nedu is seen telling his friend Chuma how he messed up, that his marriage is on the verge of crashing, that he needs his help. He pleads that Chuma to go to his wife to talk to her, to explain things to her. Chuma promises to talk to Dara. In the evening, Chuma visits Dara. There and then he starts casting his friend Nidu how terrible of a husband he has been, that if he were to be the one married to her, he will not try that. He will be faithful. With tears in her eyes, she hugs him.
Later, she excuses herself to use the restroom. On returning back, she overhears the conversation Chuma was having over the phone. "Nancy, what is it? What do you want? Okay, Nedu is at my place. Go there and pretend you were coming to see me. And let me warn you, it is not my fault that you could not get him to sleep with you after you have drugged him. It is your job to get him however you want. As for me, I am already close to Dara. Soon she will be all mine. Only for him to turn around and see Dara behind him. In shock, he starts explaining. Whatever you heard was a joke. Dara starts asking him, what did you do? Dara, I love you. I have loved you ever before. Nedu came into the picture. I couldn't get myself to tell you how much I've loved you. I had to pray for something to come in between both of you, and now is my chance to tell you how I feel about you. As he was professing his love to her, Nedu walks in and gives him a hot blow on the face. Traitor! I thought you were my friend. You are the reason I was jobless. I found the evidence on your laptop at home. Chuma stands to defend his action. What about what you did to me? You took the only woman I have ever loved in my life. Nedu jacks him out of the house. He then apologizes to Dara, who explained to him that he was set up by Nedu and Nancy, that she too is sorry for overreacting. They settle and make up and hug each other, promising to love each other till the end of time. He kisses her on the forehead. I hope you did enjoy this story. Please don't forget to share this story with your friends or your family. If this is your first time of popping into my Obiageli story, you are highly welcome. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe button, turn on your bell button, and to get latest update. For my returning subscribers, a big thank you.